Hey everyone, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime request review. Today we're going to be looking at To Love Are You and Moto To Love Are You, or To Love Ru, To Love Are You. It doesn't matter. They always have that, everyone says them differently because I really don't know how you really pronounce the last part. But this fan request and slash anime request goes to my friend Sean. He just recently watched it, and I was gonna have this on my numbered series of reviews, but I figured since he just finished and he wanted my take on what the show was like, how it was to me at least, I figured I'd do it now. So, yeah, To Love Are You is a harem anime. Let me just get that right out of the way. This is not a romance story. This is not really a drama-filled story. This is another harem anime. Whoopee. Um, do you see my disdain already for it a little bit? No, it's. I want to say that when the manga came out around 2000, I want to say 6 or 7, the manga was pretty good. It had a lot of comedy and humor to it, really nice art for it. Um, but when the anime came out, I was looking forward to it because I really did like the manga a lot at the point, and I wanted to see what they would do with the anime and how they kind of made it transition to the animation department to it. But unfortunately, even with both seasons, it really is not that great of a show. It's pretty mediocre, very very mediocre at best. Now, does that mean it's bad? No, doesn't mean it's bad. And like I said, I'm going to be reviewing both To Love Are You and Moto To Love Are You. So expect both of those. Now, the first season is 26 episodes, the next one's 15, just to get that out of the way before I forget. Because when I did this review on another take completely, I completely forgot what episode numbers each one had, and I mixed them up, and I messed up horribly. It was messed up. So I just want to get that out of the way now. 26 episodes first season. Second season took a big time break, which I'm going to tell you guys how that affects the show later. That only had 15 episodes. Now, the main story of it is we have our main character Rito, who is your typical high school boy, but unlike most harem protagonists, he actually has a girl he likes already. He likes a girl by the name of Serenji, or Haruna Serenji. Couldn't pronounce her name for a second, I'm sorry. And he really likes her. He really digs her. He thinks she's cute. He really thinks she's really nice and friendly and approachable. But, a typical guy, and you can't really blame him, he doesn't really know how to approach her. He's kind of like trying to figure out ways of, bridging the gap between them so they become, boyfriend and girlfriend, but he has no idea how to do it. Now, on his way home one day and at home, something random happens to him where a girl appears calling herself Lala Devaluk from a planet that's outside of this world. And she is an alien, of course. That's the main point I'm trying to get at. She's an alien, and get this, she wants to marry Rito because she wants to stay on Earth, and that's the first person to see her was Rito. So thus, that's the marriage concept right there for her. Now, the comedy ensues right there where we start having our characters now deal with various girls that all of a sudden, he was this no-name guy to now he's Mr. Popular, which is the usual typical harem concept, I mean, what harem doesn't have the main character having no girls all of a sudden to having like every girl possible? The list of cast of characters are individually all tropey. They all have various tropes that they follow. Like you have the tsunderes, you have the yandees, you have the girl who becomes a guy randomly. Wait, that's not typical. Um, you have the various aliens. You have the ghosts. This show uses a lot of stuff from other stuff, and you know what? Half the humor is that it actually mentions other anime in it too. That it's just meant to be kind of comedic. It's not meant to really be too serious. But the issue I have with it is the first season's not that great. I think the first season does a job of introducing the characters. It has some decent humor to it, but it's nothing that's outstandish. It really is just okay. The second season, however, Moto To Love Are You, which picks up directly after this end of season one, is a lot better. 2 years between the gap really made it where the animation took a very big hit and looks a lot better. The art style in general looks a lot better. The storyline is a little bit more precise, and also the comedy I think is a lot better. And I agree with my friend on that the comedy was a lot better for the second season than the first season. Now, what does this mean though for the series as a whole? Does it mean that it's okay? Does it mean that it's good? Well, looking at it, the story is not that great because it's just a harem story. So a lot of the episodes are very kind of not really important. It's more like sitcom based. Which again, I don't really have a per se big issue with, but I don't particularly like that anime style. I like my anime to have a good story that flows. Sitcom based humor is only hit or miss here and there, and it has to really be a lot more hit than miss. Visually, it's not bad. Like I said, the first season is horrible, but the second season is a lot better. And I mean, I don't even want to say that. I'm going to take that back. The first season is not horrible. It's just mediocre at best. The second season looks a lot better, though. I mean, like, that alone, it's a big improvement in the show. Overall, though, the soundtrack is very forgettable. It's got a very unique kind of tunes to it that are always in the harems. You've heard them before once, you've heard them before, and everything else. And overall, the voice acting, Japanese wise, is very good. It's not anything spectacular, but it really every character feels like they fit their kind of character. They sound like they actually do belong in that person's body, which is very rare, I think, and I like that. I'm really happy about that. Now, what if I review this? If I review this A through F, what would I give it? I was thinking about this for a while. Actually, I was really debating because I'll tell you right now, it's in between the C realm. I want to give it a C plus, but at the same time, I also kind of want to give it a C or C minus. It's one of the three. Now, what I'm basing this off of is that the show has a lot of really low notes at the beginning, but then, like I said, pulls up really good at the second season. The problem is, though, is you have to think about that in the concept that who stayed around for the second season if they didn't like the first season. There's very few people that, if they didn't like the first season at all, they're going to watch the second season, which means that you've already lost a decent majority of your viewership. Now, does that mean the show is bad, the second season? No, the second season, like I said, is a lot better. But by now, if you had, for example, 1,000 people watching the first season, the second season probably had like half of that, maybe less. With that being said, I think if I gave this an A through F, I'd be okay with giving it a C. I think it lays right in between both C plus and C minus. It is a show that doesn't do anything remarkable. It's not bad. It's not bad. Like you won't feel like you're wasting your time watching it, but you've seen a lot better. I presume you really have. And you know what? I'd say look for a lot better because you really could. It's not very hard. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. As always, please feel free to comment below if you want more anime requests. I feel free to do them. I love doing them. Like I said, they might be a little slower, and I will tell you guys in advance. Like if you give me a long series to review, expect it. I'll give you like an estimation date, but that does not mean that it'll be around that time period. It might be after. But it's only because I have school. School's a little hard to mix up everything. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out my Twitter, check out my anime list, subscribe, share my video, whatever you want to do. Like, comment, bar. And as always, until I pass across again in the next review, have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.